The Rambling Geordie.
Oh, Kate Mulvey. Poor Kate. At 63, you're finally admitting what the rest of us have known all along. Your empowered life as a man-bashing, bed-hopping feminist firebrand has landed you squarely in the land of solo Netflix binges and takeout for one. In a recent confessional that's equal parts tragic and hilarious, our dear Kate spills the beans on how she spent decades treating men like intellectual punching bags, only to wake up alone, childless, and wondering why there's no one there to pass the Kleenex. You see, sweetheart, it's not a plot twist. It's the punchline to a joke feminism's been telling since the 70s. Let's rewind to Kate's glory days, shall we? Fresh out of her posh school at 17, she guzzled the Kool-Aid of second-wave feminism like it was a bottomless Prosecco brunch. Germaine Greer and Betty Friedan were her gurus, preaching that marriage was a trap, domesticity a disease, and men, well, they were the enemy, to be outwitted, out-argued, and occasionally outslept. But only on her terms, darling. Kate strutted into adulthood with a French and Italian degree under her belt, ready to conquer the world, and any hapless dude who dared cross her path. She admits to belittling boyfriends, showing off her smarts like a peacock on steroids, and turning dates into debate tournaments. One poor sap in Italy got the full Kate treatment. She ignored him, flaunted her knowledge, and left him feeling smaller than a deflated ego balloon. But, surprise, he didn't stick around. But here's the real knee slapper. Kate thought she was acting like a man, by indulging in one-night stands and casual flings, pretending to love the thrill while secretly feeling as empty as a discarded condom wrapper. I felt used and uncomfortable, she whines now. No kidding, Sherlock. Turns out, swapping vulnerability for a string of hookups doesn't lead to happily ever after. It leads to an echoing apartment and a diary that's wide open. Her words, not mine. For any brave soul willing to take on a reformed man-hater. At 63, her longest relationship clocked in at a measly 8 years, and her career as a writer and broadcaster? Thriving, sure. But who cares when you're booking tables for one and regretting the hefty price of your so-called liberation? And ladies, let's not pretend Katie's the outlier here. Women have brought this catastrophe on themselves, hook, line and sinker. He embraced the feminist fairy tale that independence meant scorning softness, demonising diapers, and treating hearth and home like a prison sentence. You bought the lie that casual sex was empowering, that vulnerability was weakness, and that men were disposable accessories to your glittering solo act. Fast forward a few decades and boom, an epidemic of 60-something spinsters staring down the barrel of loneliness, wondering why their strong, independent shtick didn't come with a lifetime supply of companionship. You rejected flowers, poo-pooed chivalry, and hid your chinks in the intellectual armour, which is one of Kate's pretentious phrases, behind a wall of wit so sharp it sliced right through any chance at real connection. And now, as Kate scrambles to dial it down and let men take the lead, the rest of you are left clutching your cats and regretting the revolution that promised freedom but delivered isolation. Kate's story isn't just sad, it's a comedic cautionary tale. Feminism sold you a bill of goods. Be fierce, be free, be alone forever, and you lapped it up. If only you'd listened to that inner voice saying, hey, maybe don't treat every guy like a sparring partner. But no, you powered through, and here we are chuckling at the irony. Kate, if you're reading this, chin up, love. Maybe there's a nice retirement home bingo night where you can dominate the competition. Just don't belittle the caller if he's a bloke, eh? Thanks for listening, guys. Do me a favour and subscribe to the channel as that really helps out. Like the video if you liked it, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.
Don't be daft, man.